Hey there, CJ Mastins. Welcome to Notes 1.3. I'm going to take you through a couple of the exercises. You will finish in partners, come up and show me for classwork points. Here we go. It says, do each exercise and find your answer in the answer columns. Write the letter of the exercise in the box containing the number of the answer. So we're answering the question, why didn't Dexter want a pocket calculator? So it says, write each percent as a fraction in lowest terms. So you're going to go ahead and say, hey, I know this is 20 over 100. You can use your calculator and hit the ND button and write 20 over 100 and hit enter. Obviously it gives you 1/5. You're just going to want to show what it was that you divided by to get to 1/5. So we divided by 20, right? You're going to go down and find, let's just say 1/5, not 1/50th. 1/5 in the bottom. 1/5 is 15, and what you would want to do is put a W right next to there saying, hey, I use that as 15 and put a W on 15, all right? Number 2, or letter A, I guess, 15 over 100. Again, use your calculator, press the ND button, 15 over 100, hit enter, you get 3/20ths, and then you're going to show your work by saying, all right, what did you divide by? Oh, I divided by 5. And then you're going to find 3/20ths in the bottom, and you're going to put A. 3/20ths is right there, 21, and then on number 21 you're going to put A. Okay, so that's what you're working for in the percent column. In the other column you're going to write each fraction as a percent, and so you should be thinking here base 10. Just basically make these base 10 fractions, and then once you've done that you can easily write a percent. So 2 times 5, how do I make it 100? I multiply it by 20, right? When I do that, I get 40 over 100. Another way you could do this is on your calculator. You could press the fraction button, 2 over 5, hit enter, and then you could hit the second and then the parentheses button, or change to percent button, and that would tell you 40%. So obviously this is 40%. 40 over 100 is obviously 40%. So you go down, you're looking for 40%. There it is, 37. Put A next to it, maybe A next to it right there, sorry. And then on number 37, put A. Let's do another one. Let's do 9/10. 9/10 is already done for you, but if you wanted to make it percent per 100, just multiply it by 10. You get 90 over 100, which is obviously 90%. Again, on your calculator, if you wanted to double check it, you could just type in the ND button, 90 over 100. You could hit enter. It's going to give you 9/10, but then you could hit second and the percent, convert to percent, and you'll get 90%. So go down to find 90%. There it is. I'd write a C next to it, and on 27, you're going to put C. All right. So the rest on this, you're going to finish in partners. Okay. On the back side, it says, what were the Crash Dummies' last words? For each set of exercises, there's one extra answer. Write the letter of this answer in the corresponding box. So, for instance, what I would do if I were you is I would take all these percents and convert them to fractions. So I'd type in 40, hit the percent button, which is the left parenthesis, or second left parenthesis, hit enter. It's going to give you a decimal, but then you can hit the convert button and it will give you 2/5. So this is obviously 2/5. So this matches up with U. Then I again hit 55%. We know that's 50 or 0.55, right? Hit the convert button. It gets you 11 over 20, which is right here. 2% gets you 0.02, and then hit the convert button. That gets you 1/50th. So that's this guy right there, and then 36. Hit the percent button. Hit enter. It gives you 0.36. Hit the convert button. It gets you 9/25ths, right? So the guy that's left over is E. 9/20ths was not used. So on number 1, I'm going to put E. Let's do this guy down here. Obviously, A is 19% because it's 19 over 100. So that's O. If I do times 5 here, I should get 35 over 100, which is obviously 35%, so that's H. If I do times 2 here, I should get 66 over 100, which is obviously 66%, so that's G. And then if I do times 4 here, I should get 96 over 100, which is M, so what's left over is B. So on number 4, you would put B, right? And again, on that one, if you needed to do on the calculator, hit the ND button, 19 over 100. You'll hit enter. It will give you the fraction 19 over 100, meaning it's simplified. So then just hit the second convert to percent button, and it will give you 19%, right? Same thing with 7/20ths, second convert to percent button, it will give you that. These guys should be a little bit easier, just swooping 2 times to the right. So this is obviously 44%. So that's D. Swooping 2 times to the right. This is 9%, not 90%, 9%, because the decimal ends up right behind the 9. So that's C. Swoop 2 times to the right, once, twice. It ends up in between the 4s, so that's 4.4%. So that's H. And then swoop 2 times, once, twice. You get an empty space, so fill in that space with a 0, and that becomes 90%. So that's N. So what's left over is A, 0.9%. So on 7, then we put we would put A. On 7, we would put A. And lastly, again, it's percent to decimal. So this time it's just swooping back to the left. So once, twice, left. That gives you 0.66. So that's connects to F. Once, twice, left. That gives you 0.40 or 0.4, which connects to R. Start from the decimal. When you have a decimal in your number, you start from the decimal. So once, twice, left. That gets you 0.066. So that's D. Again, that's super important. If there's a decimal in your percent, start from the decimal, not the end of the decimal. And then in letter D, there's no decimal in my percent, so start from the end once, twice, and that gets you 0.04, because empty spaces get filled in with a 0, so 0.04, that's L. So what's left over then is G. G did not get used, so that's answer choice. So G gets put on 10. All right, that's it. Remember, you're finishing the rest in partners for classwork points.